Well, she just has a compassion for people and a love for people.
She's the only person that doesn't know how unique she really is.
The lady actually sparkles. I mean, it's like glitter. And when she's in a room, you know she's in the room.
Helen Ginger Roberts was born and raised in New York, attended the University of Wisconsin where she earned an undergraduate degree in psychology, and then moved back east where she received her master's in journalism from American University in Washington, D.C. Following her master's degree, Roberts did some freelance reporting for an Iowa newspaper and did research and legislative work for several U.S. senators, including Harold Hughes of Iowa and Joe Biden of Delaware. It was also about this time that Roberts began traveling south to Fayette, Mississippi, to work on the Charles Evers campaign for governor in the fall of 1971.
Ginger came down because she believed in justice. She believed in freedom. She felt that maybe we were not being treated like we should have been. She came and offered without money. We had no money, just to show her love for what's right and what's wrong.
After doing some radio and PR work for Mayor Evers following his unsuccessful bid for governor, Evers suggested that Roberts contemplate a career change from journalism to the legal field.
Recognized her legal instincts and suggested she go to law school. And fortunately, she took that advice.
Roberts enrolled in the LSU Law School in 1974, and in addition to her writing, editing, and burgeoning cartoonist work for the civilian newspaper and her work on the Assault and Flattery show, she was also doing part-time work for the Louisiana Department of Corrections. And while Roberts enjoyed passing a good time, she was already making headway in her efforts to bring fairness and impartiality to those in need. One of those in need was Wilbert Rito. Roberts met Wilbert Rito on one of her many trips to Angola while still a student. At the time, Angola was one of the most dangerous prisons in the country. Wilbert Rito was convicted of first-degree murder back in 1961 in Lake Charles.
She saw some good in me and felt I was, I had some value and worth as a human being, and that I deserve a second chance.
Rito says Roberts was the first attorney ever to fight for him. Others eventually took on the contentious case, but it was Roberts who initially began to seek justice for Rito.
And you have to understand, Ginger believes in redemption. She believes in rehabilitation. I know that's not fashionable today, but she believes in saving people if you can.
Not long after graduating in 1977, Roberts, who now was working as an attorney for the state's Pardon and Parole Board, moved north to central Louisiana to work at a small law firm for attorney Camille Gravel. Roberts was joined by fellow up-and-coming attorney James Brady. Today, Judge Brady says working alongside Camille Gravel was as good as it gets for both he and Ginger.
Neither Ginger nor I were from Alexandria, but we were fortunate enough to go to work with Camille Gravel, and we could not have had a better mentor if we won the lottery.
There's an adage among law students that goes something like this, that the A students make the professors, the B students make the judges, and the C students make the money.
The small firm specialized in plaintiffs, personal injury, and criminal defense law.
Ginger did nothing on the civil side. She was very, very active in criminal defense, and more particularly her field of expertise was appellate actions.
In 1992, the law firm of Gravel, Brady, and Berrigan was dissolved. The following year, Berrigan was nominated for U.S. District Judge by President Clinton. And in 1994, Helen Ginger Berrigan was sworn in as Judge Berrigan of Louisiana's Eastern District. At her side was Charles Evers.
She didn't seek the job. She didn't lobby for the job. She was persuaded to take it because everybody thought she had the qualities that was needed.
Berrigan served as chief judge from 2001 until 2008. Her appeal as a judge, a former attorney, and a civil rights activist is apparent to just about everyone, says her husband of 28 years, Joe Berrigan.
They say that they admire her because of her open-mindedness, her fairness, and the way she treats people.
When not spending time with her husband Joe, either enjoying each other's company or their backyard pool, she's helping rebuild homes in New Orleans for Habitat for Humanity, or she's mentoring local at-risk kids in mock trials in her courtroom, or she's studying up on current cases. But on Saturdays, Judge Ginger Berrigan is enjoying either breakfast or lunch with longtime friend and colleague Sam Dalton.
We've been having lunch or breakfast every Saturday for over 20 years, unless one of us is out of town. And that's been delightful. As a matter of fact, I've often told her that when I die, I'm going to ask God to let me come back on Saturday so I can have lunch with her. She has what I think can classify as the ultimate human ability. She has the ability to handle power fairly. A lot of lawyers know that I have lunch with her every Saturday, and they're constantly coming up to me and telling me what a pleasure it is to try a case before her as a federal judge. And they tell me this before they tell me whether they won or lost, which is a great compliment to a judge.
She goes all over the world now helping educate judges, lawyers, bringing American principles of justice and law into newly emerging countries. She's been to some of the Eastern Bloc countries. She's been just recently returned from Afghanistan.
She's probably one of the busiest and best people you could have out there doing it. And whatever she does, I just wish her a very, as we would say, have a long run, and congratulate her on this wonderful honor.
If all lawyers were like Ginger, we'd probably have a hell of a better, we would have one hell of a system, a much better system than it is.
Well, I'm just, so happy that Ginger has received this honor. It's most deserving, and I know that she will wear it in high style, and LSU could not have bestowed it on a better person.
I'm real proud to know her, and I'll be one of the people at the ceremony that believes she deserves it. She'll be the only one that believes she don't.
I think Judge Berrigan is known as an even-handed judge who treats litigants with dignity and fairness in all matters. I don't think there's a touch of any sort of arrogance or overreaching in her judicial behavior. I think at the same time she's known quite well to be decisive and to have a firm hand and to be quite committed to her vision of what the law requires.
I'm very proud of her. I'm very proud that she won this award, and I think she deserves it.
So do the rest of us, Joe. Congratulations again to the Honorable Helen Ginger Berrigan, the 2011 recipient of the LSU Law Center's Distinguished Alumna Award.